Hello. Thanks for tuning in and listening. Ellie, or Elle here, just popping in, checking in, showing up, driving, focused driving, safe driving, as I am also using my voice box and heart and mind to communicate and express whatever it feels like coming through in this moment. So we're on a journey together, on a ride, on a drive. I'm a little bit stuffed up. I've got some allergies, so I'm feeling a little, my voice is a little strained in a way. So, fun fact, I don't always sound exactly like this. So I just wanted to say that because I feel a little insecure about how my voice sounds right now, but that's okay. It's not going to stop me from talking because I do love to talk, and I also love to listen, and I love to hear people's thoughts and feelings in response to mine. I love having conversation, communication, dialogue, an exchange. So if you ever feel called to just say anything, if you watch my videos and any bit of a response or connection or relating means so much to me, and I'm here for it. So I just want to say that because I like to know about what's going on in y'all's worlds and because we all have so much in common, and there's a lot of parallels often in our different lives and worlds and realities that are very different. We all have our own little mini microcosm in ourselves and the environments that we're living in, and also I found that the more that I openly, honestly share and connect with people, there's like always something to relate about. There's some similarity or some parallel or theme or something that is relatable. And I'm feeling in good spirits, charged up. I just had a wonderful day with a friend. We went to the Earth Day Festival in St. Louis, and it was amazing just seeing all the different booths and people's creations and learning so much of the different booths. And I ran into so many people that I knew. It was so exciting and fun. Like every corner was like, oh my gosh, hey, like a friend. And so that got me all like, I just feel so like recharged, and like it just feels so good to connect with humans that I don't see very often. Just crossing paths with someone feels very special. It's out of all places and people and moments to exist, like our paths and lives cross at this moment, and to have just like a reuniting and appreciation of being together and then going on our separate journeys forward. And it just touched my heart to see all the people I did, and it was just very special. Like each person like holds a very special place in my heart, and it was really great. I'm feeling really happy about that. And the friend I went with too just got in town last night. I haven't seen her in like a long time too, and she's getting packed up and moving the next 2 weeks, and that's bittersweet. I'm excited for her new journey ahead, and also it's sad to see a friend move and not have her in town anymore, but today was really sweet with her, and it's just a good day so far, and it hasn't even ended. It is just it's not just beginning, but now I'm picking up my kiddos, and we're gonna go to a friend's birthday party at a Lego store, and so we're celebrating our friend and his birthday, and we'll see what a Lego store birthday entails. I'm excited about that. So I'm just like very feeling good, and I wanted to share that and just show up and share some positivity and excitement and inspiration beyond just like what my day was today, but in general. It's been a rough few weeks, honestly. I feel like I've been crawling out of the underworld. It's been not fun at all, mostly at all. Very not fun. So today, in contrast to what I've been experiencing, is like a magical, mystical, amazing, so needed to feel like a human in the human world, because I felt like I've been literally crawling up from underground. It started off with like some like mental patterns, like I loops, shame spirals I felt myself go into, and then shortly after going deep into that, I got physically sick, like incapacitated sick, like high fever, body aches, like could not move, zero energy. And then that opened up a door to some like mental, emotional, sickness, feeling very weak, inept, just like all of my like wounding and just observations of this part of me that feels so small and incapable and unlovable and just like broken and just not good, not confident, not clear or grounded or, it was just not fun. But I do feel like I needed to go into those places, and it felt like I had to experience what I did, and I felt I needed to confront all of that and go through it, mostly alone. Like I didn't reach out to anyone in that state because I don't really want to whenever I'm going through it, but I had a couple of friends like reach out, and so I was open to connecting and responding. So I'm grateful for having friends to hold space and be present in my what feels like madness, chaotic, crazy, or just like a state that doesn't feel like desirable, but to feel like someone's still there for me in that, and to feel loved in that is so healing and so what I've just craved my whole life. But for a lot of my life, I felt like I was too much. My emotions were too much. I wasn't being heard. I wasn't being seen. I wasn't being held. I wasn't being loved how I craved. And so now as an adult, to feel like I am receiving in relationship where I feel like I am being heard and seen and held and loved, even in my messy states that I don't feel like anyone had the space for ever in my life, because they didn't have space for their own emotions and didn't know how to self-regulate and didn't have space for big emotions. And so I learned to feel shame or overwhelmed with feeling sadness or anger, or very like human things that are needed to confront and be processed and like navigated. But when you don't, because humans, we learn self-regulation through being shown regulation, so through co-regulation, and to be able to just like move through the feelings, like let them come and go, like not grip on and attach or repress or deny, but like just let it move through, like let it come up. So I feel like I really dive deep into my stuff and letting things come up and out, and it was like a detoxing, purging time period. And so I feel like it's been, and then I came out of that, and then my cycle started, and then the basement flooded, and then I got a sinus infection. So it was like one thing after another, which is usually how it seems to go, which I guess it's all coming out of my system right now. So that's a thing that's been going on. And so I'm coming out of that, and I, remembering my strength, and missed feeling very weak and not strong. Like I know that there's that place within me that is strong and confident and able, and all these clouds are like very surreal. So, finding the balance between all of the different thoughts and feelings, and finding acceptance for where I'm at as I am, and learning how to hold myself and love myself in all of me, in all the parts that I feel like, I didn't feel like others could. It's like, okay, well, you need to hold yourself, and let yourself be held too. But what matters most is that you can sit with yourself and you can hold yourself, and not codependently seek out others. I think there's a difference between codependency and interdependency, and because we're hardwired for connection. So like there's nothing wrong with seeking connection and friendship in distressed states. And also at the end of the day, what's most important is that we can hold ourselves in that, and be able to regulate and just move through the things and trust ourselves and our abilities, our intuition, our intellect to to confront whatever it is that's being presented. So, and also remembering like how mind, body, spirit are so entwined, and one thing of the web is touched, like it impacts and alters everything else outside of it. So like, my physical body was sick, and then, that impacted my mental state, my emotional state, my energetic state. And so just to take care of oneself as a whole body being, and each of the parts, are connected and important to nurture and nourish and take care of and give attention to and listen to and attune to what is there and what is asking to be observed and confronted and sat with and sit with it and look at it and move it through the body, in and through the body. You know, it's like somatic practices, the cathartic emotional release is so healing. Crying and moving and just moving things around and out and not just letting it stay stuck, you know, letting things flow, letting it out, and having that discipline and discernment and the practices and the accountability and responsibility of one's health and wellness, which is in multiple departments. You know, it's you know, if you're only focused on your physical body and not nurturing these other aspects, like through your spirituality and your mental awareness and questioning of oneself and the world, and yeah, yeah, you know, it's like it's good to, it's ideal to try to expand and nurture all these different realms and in a way that feels like organic and natural and good, like, and not a place of pressure and always trying to be better, because I think it can get, there's a fine line where it's like taking care of oneself and then it can be like, oh, I'm doing this because I have to be better and do better, and it's like this perfectionist state, but coming from a place of like just really being attuned to oneself and how can I love myself better, not just to be better for others or how they perceive me and how the world wants me to show up, but and so it's like finding acceptance and love for where we're at as we are, and also, you know, holding ourselves, like raising the bar, you know, for ourselves and for others, and that impacts everything and everyone. You know, when we raise ourselves up and we do that deep inner work, that shadow work, and we you know, we rise up out of that makes ripples and waves into this world, into other people's lives, when we can share ourselves authentically and truly through what we've been through, and to just be true to the needs of the moment, like where you are in this moment, and being honest and open and real and true to what's coming up, and not, you know, suppressing or rejecting parts of self, and having deeper compassion and empathy and forgiveness for the parts of us that didn't know better at the time and that are still learning and still you know, figuring it out, you know, because we weren't shown these things as children, most of us weren't, you know, and how to have an emotional intelligence, and you know, our inner child has we all have some healing to do, and really it's not so serious and intense. It can be like, you know, yes, it's like all that I said is important, and also, you know, how can I take things less seriously and be lighthearted and playful amidst doing the deep uncomfortable work, you know, because it doesn't, one without the other is not the full balanced thing. You know, we got to be able to lighten up, loosen up, relax, chill the fuck out, be present, breathe, be okay with where we are, and also have a vision and intention for something more that is going to be beneficial, not just for ourselves, but for the collective, for the world, for the planet, for, you know, our friends and family, for our bubble, for the expanded bubble of everything. And at least that's what I feel is important. And you know, I just feel like these are things that I'm really been thinking and feeling, and I wanted to share them and just show up and remind you of how important your self-reflection and expression is, and how needed it is, and that how much everything you do matters, how much you matter. Like your work, your self-development, your awareness of your past, and the, you know, the things that impacted you that were beyond you, that was not your fault. Like it was you were impacted by so much beyond you, your environment, you know, your caregivers, like all these things like had an impact, and, you know, it's not your fault, but it becomes your responsibility on what you're sharing, and how you're coming into the world out of that place. That was, we've all got degrees of trauma and CPTSD, like PTSD, CPTSD, like different, you know, like we just living in this world in general is really hard, and doesn't make a lot of sense, the way that the systems in place and society and all these different, you know, it's just so weird. It's a weird time to be alive, and it's always been a weird time to be alive, honestly, but it does feel like it's getting weirder in ways. And also, how can I simplify the complexities of how strange things are, and like find peace in my body, in my life, find safety inside of me, because yes, the world is not super safe, like, let's be real. So amidst all this other stuff going on. Like, how can I create safety? Starting with me, starting within, and so I can share that with the world and be a part of the solution, and bring solutions. And there's a solution to every problem. I do believe that. And so just like be patient with yourself, like forgive yourself, have grace, have compassion, empathy, and also some discipline. We're reparenting ourselves. Like, it's like, yes, like you're lovable as you are, and it's okay to just be. And also, like, there's so much more that you could be experiencing and feeling and creating from a new state of awareness and being. And just balance between all the things, So keep up the good work. And so thanks for listening. And I do have to go. But just a little something here. And yes, so okay, well, till next time, deep breaths, all the love, peace, and laughs and smiles and joy and beauty and connection to the earth, bare feet on the ground, hug a tree, breathe sunlight, flowers, bees and birds, and beautiful things are happening amidst a lot of really not beautiful, tragic things happening. There's just as much and actually more good happening, okay? Remember that. It's easy to get lost in all the stuff, but good things are happening. I promise you that, okay? So, thank you. Okay, until next time. Okay, love you, bye.